go bump in the night.
And some of them wear name tags and make you work retail.
I'm Pixie, and if a story combines horror with fluorescent lighting and corporate policies, I'm already uncomfortable.
And I'm No-No, here to confirm that minimum wage is not enough for haunted furniture or interdimensional nonsense.
This is Heat Between the Sheets, where the real terror isn't the ghosts, it's the open floor plan and the employee handbook.
We're talking retail hell, survival horror, and the kind of fear that smells like particle boards and regret.
So, grab your shopping cart, clock in, and pray you make it out before closing, because this one proves some stores really should never be open overnight.
Before we wander into the fluorescent lights, haunted aisles, and the kind of retail hell you can't clock out of,
we need to throw out a warning. This show is for entertainment purposes only. It's strictly 18 and older, and yes, there will be spoilers in this episode.
we will be talking workplace horror, violence, psychological fear, and things that absolutely should not be sold in bulk. Triggers were listed at the start, and you can always find the full list at hbtspodcast.com.
If retail trauma, gore, or deeply unsettling imagery isn't your thing, you've been warned. If you can't handle the heat, don't meet the qualifications, or don't want spoilers, this is your one and only chance to step out before the store closes.
That sounds terrible.
Well, store.
Still shopping with us?
Perfect. You've been warned. Nothing in this episode is returnable, so don't orsk for a refund.
I see what you did there. Don't forget to like, follow us on social media, subscribe to our channels, and share.
Yeah, girl. I really had to throw the orsk in there.
I love that. That was great. No, you'll understand why in a minute.
Yeah, absolutely, you will. Absolutely.
Good job.
So thank you.
Well done.
Thanks. So after that, we always roll into...
Did you know?
Did you know? Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that big box stores are psychologically designed to mess with your sense of reality? Seriously. Wide aisles, no windows, identical layouts, artificial lighting, and zero sense of time. It's not just retail. It's a liminal space, meaning your brain can't decide whether you're supposed to be there or not. Which is why empty stores feel haunted even when nothing is happening. Your instincts are screaming, "This place is wrong!" Liminal spaces trigger unease because they're transitional hallways, parking garages, abandoned malls, or a furniture store at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Your brain expects movement, people, noise. When it gets silence instead, it starts filling in the gaps with paranoia, shadow figures, and intrusive thoughts like, if something chased me right now, there's nowhere to hide.
Parking garages are creepy at night.
They so are.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're creepy during the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, just because there's so many cars usually in there, but at night when there's not, no.
Yeah,
Creepy.
I think there's just been a lot of crime in parking garages, period.
Lovely.
So. And retail psychology makes it worse. Stores are intentionally laid out to disorient you. Winding paths, fake rooms, displays, endless shelving, so you lose track of where you are and how long you've been trapped inside capitalism. That confusion lowers your defenses, which is great for selling throw pillows, and terrible if anything supernatural decides to clock in for the night shift.
Right. Nothing like lowering your defenses and I need more throw pillows.
Yes, absolutely.
Sell knives, guns. Maybe that'll help.
Well, if you're at like a sportsman's store.
There you
go. Add fluorescent lighting that hums like it's alive, security gates that slam shut like prison doors, and mannequins that absolutely should not be trusted. And congratulations, you've entered perfect setting for psychological horror.
Yeah.
right? Not because something is there, but because your brain is convinced something could be.
And it could.
Seriously.
It really could.
It really could.
Yeah.
So the next time you're alone in a massive store after closing and feel watched, you're not crazy. Your survival instincts just noticed you're standing in retail purgatory.
Mm-hmm. Hell.
Hell.
Straight hell.
Yes.
Retail hell.
Now, No, please tell us about today's consumerism book.
Okay, this is Horrorstor by Grady Hendrix. There you go. And if you read this book, there's going to be lots of fun things for you to look at while you read, like a map of the store, product names and pictures. Just all sorts of little fun things in there.
And I'm going to tell you again, because this is a habit of mine now. I read books physically, and then I will, because this is a reread for both of us. Yeah. The second time was Audible.
Oh.
So I listened to this on Audible this time.
How was it on Audible?
Interesting, and we'll talk about that.
Okay.
But if you're going to read this, read it physically.
Yeah,
the first
there's
time.
Just going to be lots of fun things. Like, I'll show you some of it later, but
you need to physically see what's in this book if you're going to read. Not that the Audible was terrible, but you're going to miss things that I think you need to physically see within the book.
Yes, 100%.
And it looks like a catalog. Isn't that adorable?
It does. Like, they did a good job with the presentation of this book.
Absolutely.
So, all right, something is very wrong at the Orsk Furniture Superstore in Cleveland, Ohio. And no, not just because it's Cleveland, Ohio, but and not just the questionable names of the products, which really are.
They are
interesting ones. Each morning, employees arrive to find smashed shelves, shattered glassware, and destroyed wardrobes with no explanation. Sales are tanking, security cameras show nothing, and management is officially spiraling. To figure out what's happening, 3 employees agree to work a 9-hour overnight shift. First of all, no.
Even with overtime?
And in the dark where it's like the special secret mission, no. That's how all horror movies start. No. They're patrolling the empty showroom from dusk until dawn. What starts as mildly creepy inventory quickly turns into full-blown nightmare as the store reveals itself to be anything but ordinary. Aisles stretch too far, rooms rearrange themselves, and the darkness hiding between display couches and flat-pack beds hold horrors that shouldn't exist. Horrorstör is a perfect blend of workplace satire and haunted house horror, equal parts funny, unsettling, and genuinely disturbing. It takes the familiar hell of retail and cranks it up to supernatural levels, proving that some stores don't just sell furniture, they trap souls. Literally.
Yes, at least in this one. So, we have our main characters. Let's cover our main characters. We have Amy. She's overworked, underpaid, and painfully aware that retail hell is real. She's observant, cynical, and the only one who seems to grasp that this job is not worth dying for. Until it absolutely is.
Right? Why is she the only one that gets that?
No.
Yeah.
Then we have Matt, the manager who drinks the corporate Kool-Aid straight from the pitcher. Earnest, desperate to impress, and clinging to store policy like it's a holy text, even when the furniture starts fighting back. I don't think he's the manager.
No, Matt's not the manager. Basil's the manager.
Basil is the manager.
Yeah.
He's not the manager. He's just another associate.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Matt is, man, where the hell was my brain when I wrote that?
Probably high.
Maybe. Let me fix that.
Yeah.
So Matt is,
Another associate.
So he's another associate that works in the store and wants to get in Trinity's pants
Mm-hmm.
and kind of an asshole.
Yeah. And kind of a like, I don't really care.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care attitude.
I'm kind of a happy-go-lucky, I don't really care. I'm going to clock in, clock out, and try to get me some side hustle with Trinity going on. So
yeah, and I'll introduce Trinity in a minute.
Yeah.
So then Basil is soft-spoken, unsettling, and deeply uncomfortable to be around for reasons no one can quite explain at first. He knows more than he says, and the vibes are permanently off.
Yeah.
He's the manager.
Manager.
Trinity. She's confident, fearless, and ready to throw down with whatever horror crawls out of aisle 6. She's bold, confrontational, and absolutely not paid enough for this nonsense, but she'll face it anyway.
Yeah.
She's very into paranormal.
Yes. She definitely wants to find the ghosts of the store.
She does.
Yeah.
Then there's Carl. Corporate authority incarnate, smug, dismissive, and convinced everything can be solved with procedural paperwork. I think this is...
That should be Matt, maybe.
That's Basil.
Okay.
That's Basil, a walking example of why upper management never listens until it's too late.
So then is Carl Basil's?
Yeah. Okay. And then Carl is, he wasn't, I guess a
Stowaway.
A stowaway,
Yeah.
Thank you. He's like a regular customer of the store who kind of lives in the store.
Yeah, he's homeless and has figured out how to stay the night. And just a homeless guy down on his luck.
Yeah, and he ends up getting trapped in there when they're doing their night shift. And they think he's an entity at first.
Yeah.
And then discover he's really not. Ruth Ann, the overly cheerful face of corporate optimism, sweet, polished, and horrifyingly calm in situations where panic would be appropriate. Smiles through the terror like it's a team-building exercise. Then Warden Worth, our antagonist. The ghost of authority past and the embodiment of institutional cruelty.
Mm-hmm.
Cold, sadistic, and obsessed with control. He turns the store into his personal punishment maze, proving that some men don't stop being monsters just because they die.
True. Yeah.
Something about Mr. Warden Worth.
Yeah. Well, there was something about Carl.
There was something about all of these. So let's talk about...
Let's
talk
about this, because I brought you this book.
You did. So your son bought you this book for like Christmas years ago.
Because he worked at Barnes and Noble. Yeah. And he's like, I know you like to read. And this is kind of before I was into smut, so I was more into...
Yeah, so this had to have been
horror,
6 years or more ago.
Even, mystery thrillers, that kind of stuff. So he's like, this one is popular right now. Because it came out in 2014, so...
Yeah, so we worked in the call center together.
Yeah.
And you read this, and you brought it to me, and you go... Your face, when you brought this to me, was priceless.
Probably the same face I make now when I think about this book.
It is absolutely priceless. So you said... I need you to read this book, please. And I was like, okay. You're like, please. Like, it's kind of like you needed confirmation of what you just went through.
Yes.
And I was like, okay. And I'm thinking, I'll read it, but this is so not my shit.
No.
At all. Because at that point, I was into the dark and the bully. And like, I was like, fuck, all right, you're going to make me read something that like you do now with the contemporary shit. And I was like, all right, fine. So I sat down and I was reading it and I was into it.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's going to suck you in.
I was all, this is interesting. What the hell am I reading? But
thank you.
this is funny. And it was intriguing and it sucks you in and I don't know. I can't even tell you why it sucks you in.
Exactly, because I don't even know that I would say that this is a good book. But it's going to suck you straight in.
And we've now read this twice.
Spit you out at the end.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It really does. So, we read it and I was like, well, what happened at the
Yeah,
end?
because it's going to leave you, spoilers, it's going to leave you with a bit of a cliffhanger.
Yeah, in the epilogue, and you're like,
and then it's going to promote the next book,
yeah,
which is Baby Fucking Planet. Not fucking, but Baby Planet.
Baby Planet.
And where's Baby Planet, Pixie?
Okay, so this, like she said, came out in 2014. We are now in 2026.
Yeah.
And I have gone online multiple times looking for Baby Planet and books written by Grady Hendrix, and no intention of writing Baby Planet. Why? As much as this wasn't like a, oh my God, you have to read it, I still want to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
What happens in Baby Planet?
Yeah.
So and we'll get to the reason why in a moment. So let's talk about what happens in this story. Okay, let's go through this. So Amy, our retail, she's our FMC in this story, okay? She was moved to this store in Cleveland, Ohio, and as it turns out, you learn this particular store, it's built on the idea of IKEA. So you get that based on the whole layout and how it all is and stuff, right? And she's your very average worker. Mm-hmm. She shows up to work, she clocks in, and she literally does like the bare minimum. She has, right? But she wants to promote, right? So she's taken the test, which everyone keeps telling her is, oh, you should be able to pass. It's no big deal. Well, she can't pass it.
No.
She can't pass it.
No.
But at the same time, she hasn't studied to pass it either. No. Because she just thought, oh, if everyone says they can pass it, it's fine. Well, apparently no one told her, well, you actually have to study for it. So she's very, almost like lazy.
Yeah.
That generation, even though this was written in 2014, I still think of her, God bless my children, like my 20-year-old, and not that she's lazy, but in that generation where I'm not doing that. That's not my job description.
The millennials.
The millennial type thing, right?
Yeah.
So,
no offense, millennials. We're just saying that's how you're labeled.
That's exactly. That's the label you get. So she does the bare minimum, and she has kind of a very, her attitude is very standoffish and almost like she has no self-esteem.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe I got from her.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? She has a car that sucks, and she has to drive like 30 or 45 minutes to get to this job. It's like in the middle of nowhere off the highway type of a thing.
She's worried she's not going to make rent with her roommates. Like, so, yeah,
it's just, she's always so down and out, and she's on the cusp of losing her job here. Mm-hmm. And she is terrified of that too, but she still isn't like stepping up and putting forth the effort to go the extra mile to keep her job or even find a better one. It's interesting thought process on her, but this store was built on a land, which you later find out in the story, that used to be a prison. It used to be a prison. Like in the 1800s, I think. So, and the warden of that prison was Warden Worth. And the people there were kept, I think it was underground where they were kept, in an octagonal like shape thing. And he would give them these mundane tasks to do, which is very relational to retail, right? So you're given a task in retail, like stock the shelves. It's very, mundane, repetitive. Stock the shelves, wipe this down, clean the floor, right? It's mundane. So these people were given mundane, repetitive tasks in this octagonal underground area as punishment. And they almost like they were never able to sleep or whatever. And it just went on and on and on and on and on and on. And it was a form of rehabilitation is what he thought he was doing for them. And he called it the beehive. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. Well, these people, anyway, he was found to be like, it was torture, it was inhumane practice or whatever. So the prison was shut down, but there were so many prisoners there that died under his watch. So their souls were trapped in this location. But they tore down the prison, right? So what happens to these souls who died at this location, but the building is washed away? Well, they're still stuck on this land, right?
Have you watched Poltergeist? We've seen this already.
Yeah, it's very similar to that concept. So they build Orsk on this land. Of course, they don't do the research of what happened on this land.
Or they don't even care.
Or they don't care.
Yeah.
So Orsk is built. People are there. So all these, when we talked about the summary here, these people keep coming into work and they're finding destroyed pieces of furniture or poop smear.
Oh, that was gross.
All over stuff. And they're blaming it on break-ins, right?
Yeah.
And they can't see it on the cameras overnight because those are going wonky.
Yeah.
So they can't see anything. So corporate wants to come in and see what's going on. So the manager, Basil, decides, all right, Amy, and I've offered it to Ruth Ann too, because everyone else he's asked to do it has turned him down. He's like,
they're all no.
If you want to keep your job, you're going to stay overnight and do this 9-hour shift.
And for Amy, if you want your transfer.
And Amy had put in for a transfer to a different location. And she kept, every time she went into the bathroom at work, because that was her escape, she would just like, I don't want to do something. So she'd go into the bathroom all the time. And she would see writing on the wall someone's name, and it would say Beehive, and it would have a date.
Yeah.
Like how many years?
How many years? Like 6 years, 1 year.
Like Thomas, Beehive, 12 years.
Yeah.
And every time she went in, it was something new. And it was like, what? Where did this come?
Happening? Yeah.
This wasn't here when I was in here 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Because she's in there literally all the damn time.
Yeah.
But she just kind of brushed it off, but she thought that was weird.
Yeah.
Along with everything else that happens in the goddamn store. But he's like, if you want your transfer, because I know you requested one, then you will do this shift. And Ruth Ann's like, I'll do it too, whatever. Because she's the happy-go-lucky chick. And she was like,
she's the company face girl.
Yeah, exactly. And so she's like, fine. So she decides to do this overnight thing. So when they're in the store overnight, they do...
But overtime, paid in cash,
lock in.
And don't tell anyone else. Super secret spy shit.
Yeah, because Basil wants to figure out what's happening, who's breaking in before corporate gets there. And the next day is when corporate's coming, and they want to make sure they catch these people and that the store is in perfect condition before corporate arrives the next day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're in the store and they decide, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take shifts. We're going to walk them down the aisles. We're going to look for things, right? And that's when they discover Carl. And they think at first he's an entity. They chase him down, hunt him down, tackle him.
Well, first they discover that Matt and Trinity are also in the store spending the night.
Yes. Why?
Because Trinity wants to catch ghosts. And Matt wants to get laid, so he's going to help Trinity catch ghosts.
Because apparently there's a TV show, kind of like a ghost hunting type show on one of these TV things. And they're like, they suck at what they do. And what we have here, I know we can catch something way better.
They have equipment. They have everything.
We are going to make a way better show than they have. And
to catch ghosts.
Right?
Yeah.
And so Matt's declaring he believes her, even though he really doesn't.
Because God forbid, yeah, right. He don't get some.
Yeah.
But if he does believe her, he should, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, and she swears that she's seen stuff and all that other stuff. Her plan is to, catch this information, and Matt's there to help her. So Amy catches them, and she's like, you are going to get in so much trouble for being here. And they're like, look, don't turn us in. And she's like, I don't want to lose my job.
Right.
I don't know what to tell you. So they're like, just let us do our thing, right? Then they happen to catch Carl, but they think it's a ghost. And
because they just see his feet.
Yeah, and Trinity's losing her mind. Like, I got a ghost.
Yeah.
It's super entertaining.
Yeah.
Freaking entertaining. So they're hunting him down, they're videoing it, and she's like, oh my God, I have video footage of a ghost. And then when they tackle him,
Carl's like,
and they're like,
not a
just
ghost.
ruined everything. and then it comes out that Matt really doesn't believe her, and she's like, what?
Yeah.
She is pissed and mortified.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh. And he's like, well, I mean, I could believe you. I mean, I do. She's like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You're
like,
a fuck
so,
boy.
yeah,
Got
exactly. It. She's over it. He spends the rest of the time hunting her down, following her, like, I believe you. I got the camera. Like, let's do this, right? So funny. And Carl's like, no, I can help you. I will help you. Whatever, just don't turn me in. My wife threw me out. Like, it was the whole sob story. And so they're like,
I haven't been doing anything, though. Like, I didn't do stuff. I wasn't shattering stuff. I wasn't smearing poop on anything.
Yeah, and so like, they thought it was him. And he was like, no, it wasn't me, but I will stay here and I will help you catch whatever it is doing this. And,
because at some point during this, too, Amy calls the police.
That's right.
And they keep calling her back, and they're like, we can't find this store. Yeah. It's not on any maps. It's not, when we go out there, it's not there. Like, she's like, what the fuck do you mean it's not here? It's been here for how many years? Like,
yeah, we can't find the exit.
Yeah, like,
sure? Yeah, her phone's almost
everything's
dead.
Weird. Yeah, everything starts to go weird.
Everything's going crazy and lopsided and weird, and the lights are going out. And when they go down one aisle, it's like rearranged and like an aisle that never ends.
Yeah.
Like the armoire aisle and stuff. And they're like, what is happening? And then if you go into an armoire, it's like, it takes you into like a whole nother like dimension type thing. Insane. And it's not even a long book.
No.
At all. It is a very fast read.
And like I said, lots of pictures and shit to look at. So
much. So much. So
it's going to be an easy read.
It is so easy to read. It is very entertaining. And interesting. Paranormal, obviously. And then all of a sudden, they discover the beehive, right? And Warden Worth comes into play. And he now wants to punish Amy and Basil and all of these people for their transgressions.
Mm-hmm. And he has a way to fix them.
And he has a way to fix them.
Because he's been doing this for centuries, apparently.
That's what he does. He finds your transgressions and whatever. So, and then all of these other lost souls or souls that have died are like, they're almost like a decrepit like entity type thing with no thought process.
But his slaves,
Yeah, they're like slaves for him, and they just do his bidding for him. So when he's like, catch them, they just go. They just go for him or that person and grab them and chain them down to whatever it is that they want. So at one point, Amy is captured and she's strapped to a chair.
Because you'll notice before each chapter is a product. And they describe it, and as
they advertise it like it's real shit.
Yeah, and some of it is in the beginning, like it's a real product you would use. But then as it starts to get into the chapters where...
Into the paranormal part.
Then it's kind of his torture devices are the products.
Oh my God.
So you can actually see what they're talking about.
Yeah, it is hilarious.
Yeah.
Which in the Audible... It's funny because in the Audible, at the beginning of each chapter, it has this chime as it advertises.
Okay.
And it's like, and at Orsk, da-da-da-da-da. It's a whole advertisement. Even in the paranormal stuff. It's a literal, the way they talk, it's a total advertisement. And then it ends, and it chimes, and then it goes into the chapter.
Oh,
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. But I still recommend reading it physically first because you're going to see it was better to read physically, but it was to second time around. It was entertaining to listen to.
Okay.
Because of the chimes and stuff. It was funny, but anyway, but yeah, every chapter begins with an advertisement of a piece of furniture. But once we hit the paranormal and the ghosts and Warden Worth is in, each of his torture devices are being advertised as if it were
so you're gonna be able to
piece.
see like the chair and some of the crap he uses from his people.
Yeah. So she's strapped to a chair, and and he's trying to fix her because she's lazy and has no goals in life.
Yep.
So he's trying to fix her. I can't remember exactly what he was doing.
He had some kind of fix for everyone and all their problems. Yeah.
Yeah. And somehow, and then Basil sees her. He gets her out of that chair. And she's like, I don't want to get out of the chair. I just want to stay
I just want to
here
be fixed.
and be fixed.
Yeah. Like, it's like you start buying into this like everyone else in the beehive.
The brainwashing thing, right? So he finally gets her out of it, and she kind of snaps out of it. And at some point in these huntings, right, everyone gets separated. And she hears like a flapping of a tennis shoe, right? And she follows it, and she sees Trinity chained to a treadmill, literally weighed down with a bunch of Orsk manuals and catalogs. And she's running, and she's like, I need to be fixed, you know? And she's literally like duct taped to this thing, and she's like, oh my God. So she's getting off this treadmill, and I'm like, oh dear God.
Yeah. You're going to pretty quickly be like, what the hell is happening in this store? Yeah.
Yeah, it is off the hook. It's crazy. And then these entity things, and then another point a little bit later on, Amy hears scratching in the wall, and she finds Ruth Ann in the wall. Ruth Ann had like scratched all of her own nails completely off, getting herself into the wall to hide from these entities. Oh my God. And the death. Practically everyone dies in this store in the middle of the night through Warden Worth and his slave people. And I think only Amy and Basil were the only survivors.
Well, because Matt and Trinity didn't technically die. They were taken.
They're taken to the beehive.
Yeah. And so, that's the thing is...
Well, I mean, technically they died because that store was demolished in the end. Yeah. Because remember, it filled with water. But they never
found their bodies.
But the store filled with water. So, so, I mean, it was that constant. It was the store, it was disaster. Basil and Amy were locked in armoires. They had to get themselves out of that as the store was flooding, literally flooding. So Amy's had to start using her memory on how the doors opened from the inside of the store so she could get the hell out. Once she was, because Ruth Ann, she knew was gone.
Yep.
They couldn't find Matt and Trinity. Carl was killed. They saw that happen.
Yep.
And then, so she was able to...
And she knew that Matt and Trinity were in there.
She knew they were in there, but she didn't know where they were. She had no idea where in the store they were because she couldn't get them to follow her.
Yeah.
And the store was literally... It was kind of like a swimming pool where it was completely sealed and the water's just filling and it's filling and it's filling and it's filling. And she's like, we've got to get to the freaking front doors to get the hell out. So her and Basil made it to those doors. They get out. I think police and fire had finally made it there.
Yeah.
All the shit that went on inside that store was
insane.
Insane.
Because at one point, Amy has this whole monologue where she's talking to the beehive, these people in the beehive.
Yeah,
and she's like, why are you even still doing this? Like, Warden Worth? Like, you guys are gone. You don't have to keep following him. You can be free. Be free. And then they actually realize, oh, she's right.
Most of them were, and not all of them.
Not all of them, but and so they take out Warden Worth, but then they still want to keep doing the same stuff. Yeah. Because they're already gone. There was no saving them.
Yeah. I think, so let's say there was, for example, 100 of them, right? And she starts giving that whole speech and the monologue and stuff to them about how...
You're free.
This place, the beehive and the prison was taken down and destroyed 100 years ago. And Warden Worth was, done. And you guys are free. You don't have to do this anymore. You can let go and whatever. And I think there was probably maybe 25% of them that kind of looked at her like, maybe you're right. And so those handful of them went after Warden Worth and took him down, I think, to the beehive.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily took him out, but drug his ass down to the beehive. But the rest of them still kept coming after Basil and Amy.
Yeah.
And that's why they were like, fuck it, we got to go. Because Amy was like, we got to find Matt and Trinity. We got to find Matt and Trinity. And Basil's like, we got to get the fuck out of here. And she's like, but we got to find Matt and Amy. And he's like, they're my responsibility. But you know what? We got to get the fuck out of here, right?
Yeah.
Is that how it was?
And the whole time, kind of prior to this, something just little, they on their work cell phones, they're getting messages that say help.
That's right.
So that's how they figure out Matt and Trinity are in the beehive, because once they finally do get out, they get a message from Matt
that said help.
And so they're like, okay, now we know that they're there. That's where they're at, the beehive. We got to get them out of the beehive.
At least he was still there.
Trinity, I don't think they had any idea where she was, but yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So they were all getting the same message on their cell phone that just said help from a random number. And they were like, what
where the hell is this from?
They
Yeah.
had no idea where it was coming from or anything. And then after the store flooded and they were out, they were like, do you know who this is? And she's like, that's Matt's number. They're still in there. And they were just like, but they went in to search after
Never found
they
them.
got the water
Yeah.
out and everything, and they never found their bodies because they were drugged down below the store, which you can't access because it's a paranormal access.
Yeah.
Kind of like you can only access it at night through the armoires, which have all been destroyed. It was weird. It was so weird. So then the corporate people are there and they were like, it's okay, it's all right, we'll take care of it. You guys are fine. Whatever.
We're gonna get you desk jobs.
We're gonna
give you a severance package for this.
Yeah.
Which was $7,000.
I guess maybe that was okay in Cleveland, Ohio in 2014. I don't know.
was like, no. I think even when I read this way earlier, I was like, $7,000? No.
Yeah, and so Basil was kind of like, yeah, okay, sounds good. And she was just like, fuck you.
Yeah,
she was seriously like, fuck you.
We're not doing this.
So she ended up having to move out of her apartment with her, or wherever she was staying with her friends.
With her parents.
Yeah, didn't even get the transfer, obviously.
I mean, keep in mind, these two were hurt during this process. Like, they came out with injuries, like broken bones.
Serious injuries.
Cuts and shit, so yeah.
Yeah, and obviously there was loss of life. So Orsk paid for the funeral for Ruth Ann, and Carl was never even acknowledged because he was a stowaway. Matt and Trinity were acknowledged as missing persons.
They paid for their funeral too, thinking, okay, well, they got to be gone. Yeah.
And then she had to move back into her parents' trailer, and she just kind of was a lump on a log. She didn't get a job. She didn't do anything. She just literally did nothing all the time. And then it was like a year later when Baby Planet decided to build on that same location because they had demolished.
Like, if you hand me the book, I'll show them some of this. Yeah, this is how it ends.
As this store, they were like, we are not.
Like, it talks about, it gives you coupons for Baby Planet. It talks about Baby Planet in the epilogue, and then it's starting to show you how the book of Baby Planet's gonna go.
Yeah. So obviously they tear down Orsk, and corporate's like, we're not rebuilding. It's not worth it. And all of a sudden this company decides to come in and build Baby Planet in the same location. And so Amy's like, oh, I am going to get a job there, and I am going to find Amy and Matt.
Matt and Trinity.
I mean, sorry.
That's okay.
Matt and Trinity. Thank you.
Too many names in this one.
Too many names. And she's like, that's what I'm going to do. So she starts applying, and she gets hired as an associate there. And I think it was like her first day or something on the job. And she goes back when the store's about to close with her backpack with her flashlights and stuff in it. And she gets there too late and misses the door, and it's locked. And she's like, damn it. And then she turns around, Basil's there, and he's like, oh, I can get you in. And she's like, oh, fuck you. She's so pissed at him still. And he's like, I bet you're here for the same reason I am. And she's like, what do you mean you can get me? And he's like, well, I'm an associate manager here or whatever. And she's like, so good fucking for you. Yeah. Thought you were taking a desk job, you traitor. And he's like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. And she's like, oh, got some morals. Good for you. I mean, she was such a smart ass. I was like, wow.
But then he's like, I got a backpack too, full of the same stuff that you have. So let's do this.
And she was like, fine, let's go.
Okay, so it looks like at the end they're going after Matt and Trinity.
And then
it ends.
Nothing.
And then it shows you a preview of Baby
12
Planet.
years later.
And then now we're like, where the fuck is Baby Planet, Grady Hendrix? Where? Like,
that's where we're at.
I just need to know.
Crickets. That's where we're fucking at.
What?
I know.
And I think that's why I had you read it, because
you were pissed.
I went and looked for Baby Planet, and then I started to see that there was talks of never maybe being a baby planet. I go, wait, what? And so I was like, am I hallucinating? Did I read this wrong?
No.
So I was like, you've got to read this, because I got to understand if I read this right, like this fucking book.
If Grady Hendrix ever sees this episode, I want him to know we are upset that we don't have Baby Planet. And I still want to read Baby Planet.
Yeah.
So please write Baby Planet. It's been 12 years.
Dude,
I think that's
do you need help?
Sufficient amount
Give us
of
a call.
time. I feel cheated a little bit.
Grady, what are you doing?
Oh, damn it!
Yeah,
Don't do that to
we
readers.
had the whole fucking COVID pandemic. You couldn't have wrote Baby Planet during that. What were you doing?
I know. You can't do that to readers.
No.
You can't. Because I really want to know, do we find Trinity and Matt?
Yeah, like...
What is the beehive still
can
there?
Can they figure out how to get into the beehive?
What happened to Warden?
What happens? Yeah.
I really need to know.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we ever will.
No.
It's upsetting. It's upsetting. So, be honest, did the store layout diagrams mess with your brain or delight you?
It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I enjoyed that part of it, yeah.
Okay. And so at what point did this stop feeling like satire and start feeling generally disturbing?
When the pictures in front of each chapter changed from something normal you would see at like this kind of store, like an IKEA, I guess we would say, and then it started to turn into something that you're like why
torture devices?
Yeah. What the fuck is that chair about? Why would anyone have a chair like that? And then you're like, oh, shit's going down.
Yeah. Have you ever worked retail?
Yes.
So did this book hit a little too close to home?
No.
No.
I felt like we weren't treated like that. And I guess I didn't stay quite maybe long enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never worked retail.
Okay.
So I don't know. I know my husband and my daughter have, so they might agree.
Right.
They might 100% agree because they work.
You're just numbers.
They work. They work club size.
And maybe because I worked kind of a smaller retail too, so.
Yeah, both of them work club size, and they might agree that this is very, very accurate. Would you investigate weird noises after hours for hourly pay? I mean, earlier you were like, hell no, but if someone was like, there's some weird noises in the store, you want to check it out with us?
No. No, I don't.
I would.
You would?
I so would.
So you...
I mean, you're going to pay me.
Yeah, but you're like, none of this freaks you out.
No.
So if you heard weird noises, you'd be okay investigating. Like if you heard a scratching...
If it was a normal store, sure.
Okay,
I wouldn't go into a torn up, creepy house that's full of cobwebs. No, nothing
yeah,
like
so
that,
it's at night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what if you heard like moaning and you thought it could be people having sex, but the moaning does not sound right? Like not good moaning, like
What is
Weird moaning. What'd you do? It? That was one of my questions.
Like haunted moaning?
Yeah.
Not sexual moaning.
Yeah. But more than one person, you're like, are they having sex? And then you're like, but that don't sound right.
Yes, because I don't really believe that haunted things moan.
Because you've never had any haunted ghosts, huh?
No.
Okay.
The ghosts that I deal with don't make noises.
You deal with me and they call me Ghost. Maybe that should have been my podcast name. Ghost. Yeah.
I can touch you though.
Okay. Yeah. For me, no. None of it. No.
Yeah, as long as I have an ability to exit.
If you tell me it's middle of the day, we're going into this house with 27 people because we think it's haunted, come with us, I'm going to be like, fuck no. Yeah, but it's the middle of the day and there's 27 of. I don't care. No.
As long as I'm able to exit the location, I'm not trapped in it or locked in it, I'm okay.
Nope.
If I'll
stand outside and I'll watch you exit.
I can go.
Yeah. You have fun.
But if you tell me the place is haunted, like you know it's haunted, I'm absolutely not going.
Yeah, no.
But if we're just investigating because we hear something, like, we don't know what's going on. Okay, I might check it out.
But yeah, I do want to go to New Orleans and go on like ghost tours.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that when I go in 2027.
So I don't know. I'm all sorts of not right. So whatever.
I'm empathic, so I absorb a lot of that stuff. It drains me a little bit.
Mm.
Okay. Let's see. Wrapping this up a little bit.
Okay.
Did the humor enhance the scares or did it undercut them for you?
I don't think it undercutted them at all. I don't think it undercut
I don't
them.
think it enhanced it either.
Yeah.
I just think this was a very odd, weird, twisted, unique story.
Yeah.
I have never read anything like this.
No. And then you're kind of like...
And I haven't since.
Well, now I need to read the second one because I need to find out what happens. Because it's going to suck you in.
It really does.
And then there isn't one. And 12 years later, there still isn't one. And you're like...
And he's written several books. And I don't even know what the hell they are. But none of them are Baby Planet. But that's what I want to read.
Yeah.
But I do know he's written other books. And I don't have a clue what they're like. Can
we send him this a copy of our podcast?
And we've talked about that.
We should.
And I need to see if I can find contact information for him.
Yes.
And then maybe we can send him the link to this episode.
Because we're not happy with you, Grady.
Grady, we really need Baby Planet.
Like, come on.
Like, and we've read a lot of books where we're like, we really need the next book. But for some reason, we really need this next book.
Because I must have read this at least like 4 or 5 years after it came out for me to actually come up to you and be like, read this. Yeah. Tell me I'm not crazy. Tell me there should be a second book and where the fuck is it?
Yeah. And we dug.
Yeah.
We dug. And we dug recently when we reread this.
Yes.
And I'm like,
nothing.
Still? Nothing?
Yeah. It's like one of those things that every couple years we'll touch on again. Yeah. Do you think we can find Baby Planet? No.
We do bring this book up frequently because it's odd.
Yeah.
It's an odd duck.
Yeah.
It's an odd duck. And it was so worth doing this episode for.
Okay, good.
I'm glad we did this one. Did the design make the story more immersive or more unsettling?
A little bit of both.
Yes.
A little bit of both.
It was so immersive, but so unsettling. Yeah.
Because when they started showing like his, I'm just going to call them torture devices, and then you start reading about it, and then you kind of turn, because that's what I did. I kind of turned back to the picture, and I'm all, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
they're descriptive.
Yeah.
He's very good at describing what you're reading.
Yeah.
You can visualize everything very well. And for it not being a very long story, It's powerful. I think it's
everything happens pretty quickly.
Yeah, and there's really no pointless thing or pointless characters, and everything's explained.
Nothing left out until the end.
Yeah, there's nothing willy-nilly there until that fucking epilogue.
Yeah.
Where he leaves you hanging with Baby Planet and Basil and Amy going back looking for Trinity and Matt.
Yeah, and you're like,
well, did they find him? And is there a beehive still? And is Warden Worth still around?
What happens? Yeah. It's awful.
Inquiring minds would like to know.
And we're those minds.
We are, and I'm sure we're not the only ones. I know we are not the only ones.
We should start a group. Or a petition.
Yeah, I want to go to Amazon and Goodreads and stuff and look at all the comments and see if anyone else has made comments.
There has to
about where's Baby Planet?
Yeah.
Because I know there has to be. I know there fucking has to be. So would you recommend this to someone who doesn't like horror? Or is this a trap?
I wouldn't recommend this to anyone until part 2 comes out. Because there you're setting yourself up for...
Well, we're letting that be known right now.
Yeah, like...
I recommend this book, but just let it be known. At the end, you're going to be left with... You're not going to know what happens to Matt and Trinity.
And I'm telling you no, because you don't need to do this to your life.
It's entertaining.
I've had to deal with it for a while.
It's entertaining nonetheless.
And this will be something I take to my grave, probably wondering where the fuck Baby Planet is.
There are some people, though, that can get to that at the end and be like, okay.
Yeah, I don't understand those people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there are those. There are those people out there. And I thought it was very entertaining. And it's not like you have to know what happens to them, but...
No, you do.
I do. I absolutely need to know. Okay, so is Horrorstör scarier because of the supernatural elements or because it exposes how disposable people are in retail and corporate systems?
No, it's the supernatural elements.
Yeah, the supernatural in this book is pretty dark.
Yeah.
Pretty dark and creative.
Yeah.
I have to say it was a very creative combination of how retail is. Yeah. With the supernatural aspect to it. It makes me wonder what happened to Grady in retail.
Yeah. Oh, Grady, give us your backstory. Yes.
Did something happen?
Yes. What if he worked at like IKEA or something? That would be hilarious. I love it.
Would you ever step foot in an Orsk style store again after reading this?
Like IKEA? Sure.
Yeah, I was never a fan.
I've done it like once or twice.
You get stuck in them.
They are not my fave, but sure.
You literally can't get out of them. You're stuck there.
You gotta follow the fucking arrows.
I know. Follow the fucking arrows.
Follow the arrows, you'll be fine.
And sometimes they send you in literally.
What could go wrong?
No, I'm not a fan. If I have to go there, I have to, but I order online.
Yeah, I don't really go to any stores anymore, like for real. Not even grocery shopping.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, it's a whole thing.
Okay, so I have to add this little note. So Horrorstör was written and published in 2014 by Blackstone Audio Inc. Audio stated after the epilogue that if you want updates or new releases, call 1-800-SAY-BOOK or 1-800-729-2665. For a complete list of their titles, go to www.downpour.com. So we're going to be doing that. I made a note because I didn't have time to do it, so we're going to call and see if these phone numbers and website are good. And what it says, maybe there's information on Baby Planet.
I have a feeling we're going to call this number and then we're going to start getting texts that say help. That's what's going to happen.
That would be so awesome.
I'm telling you. No, it wouldn't. It'd be awful. It'd be creepy. No.
Oh, come on.
No.
All right. Let's go to our wrap up. Haunted Isle or hell no?
No. I'm going to go with no.
Yeah, so each scenario gets one response. A haunted aisle you'd investigate, or hell no, absolutely not, clocking out forever.
Okay.
Ready?
Go.
Scenario 1. A showroom that rearranges itself overnight.
No.
That's a hell no?
Nope.
You wouldn't investigate that?
Nope. No thanks.
I might check it out.
Go ahead. Tell me what you find.
Footprints appearing in the concrete section. Haunted aisle or hell no? You'd investigate or no?
It's going to depend on the size of the footprint.
So
Because-
if they were baby feet,
Fuck no.
adult footprints,
Male footprints, maybe.
oh my
Like,
god.
so it's going to depend on the size. Like, if it's a size 7.5, no, I'm not wasting my time. If it's a 13, maybe. How you like that answer? You're welcome.
Oh, fuck, that's great. So if they were footprints that were like walking across, no matter what the size.
Yeah, it's going to depend on the size.
So what if they were just stamped in?
Oh, it's going to depend on the size.
So even if someone put baby feet print in that were just stamped in, it would be no.
No. No thanks.
Furniture
I've seen, like, Pet Cemetery and shit. No.
Furniture that screams when assembled wrong.
What? Well, like, you assemble it.
And then it screams at you.
No.
It's like a Harry Potter thing.
Yeah, no thanks.
No? Okay. Yeah, it probably means someone's
That's
in it.
annoying.
Yeah. Security footage that shows customers who don't exist. You can investigate that, or hell no, you're clocking out.
Yeah. First of all, I'm not working at any of these places. No
You
thanks.
are no fun.
No.
A break room that smells like blood and meatballs.
Now listen. We both know already that we work in a building that has its own unique smells. That is enough for me. Blood and meatballs? Fuck no. I don't even want to know.
Even on potluck day.
It's probably exactly what I'm thinking is going to be.
A fake room that traps you inside.
No. Bye.
A ghost that only appears after closing. We already know you're not going to investigate that.
I'm not there after closing.
Mannequins that move when you look away.
No.
Maybe someone's doing it.
Yeah, maybe or maybe not.
A time clock that won't let you punch out.
It's like Hotel California. You can check in, but you can't check out. No.
Well, you can't because you can't clock out.
Like, is it broken? Maybe it's broken.
You won't be able to clock out.
Maybe I'd investigate that. No, I'd call help desk for that. So we have them for.
Oh, a smiling coworker who insists nothing is wrong.
Like with your eyes looking like that. Fine, good. I'm glad nothing's wrong. Have a good day.
All right, last game. If the furniture is haunted, you ready?
Yeah, I got a couple. I got a couple from the book.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You're going to assign a paranormal personality to the furniture.
Okay. Hand me the book. I already marked them and everything. So
Perfect.
it'll show you guys too, like
How
the
many
progression.
did you do?
I just did 2.
Okay, so let me do some because I did
Okay.
a lot.
Okay.
So, the cursed bookshelf. It collapses only on people who say, I'll just grab one more thing before closing. The ghost is a former employee crushed under underpaid overtime.
I kind of like that.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we get that in our office?
Hell yeah. The possessed bed frame. Sleep paralysis demon, obviously. It rattles the moment you lie down and whispers your sales numbers while you're trying not to scream.
No.
Ah, the suspicious sofa. Everyone knows not to sit on it, but no one remembers why. It absorbs your will to leave and makes you say, I'll stay another hour.
Burn that shit. Burn it.
The nightstand that watches you. Oh, you'd like this one. You like things that watch you.
Yeah, but why what does it just follow you?
It doesn't move. It judges. Every drawer opening feels like a performance review. You're failing.
Oh yeah, bring that shit on. I feel like this is my everyday life. I feel like everything's watching and judging me.
The mirror that shows the wrong reflection.
No.
It shows you still working here 10 years from now, smiling too hard, wearing the same badge.
No. No.
The children's furniture aisle.
No. Anything with creepy little kids? No.
Absolutely cursed. Tiny handprints appear overnight and the furniture hums lullabies in the language no one recognizes.
No. There's something about, like, kids that creep me out like that. Like, if you're telling me that we have ghost kids, I'm even further out than if it was just a normal ghost. No.
The clearance table. Haunted by items that didn't sell and employees who were blamed for it. Everything here smells faintly of despair and meatballs.
Did you have meatballs when you wrote this?
Yeah, maybe. Meatballs have that smell to them. Like a thing.
You're so weird.
Oh, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
The meatball counter. Or the cafe. That's not sauce, that's blood. That ghost in the line cook who died during a lunch rush and still screams when tickets pile up. Last two.
Okay.
The employee lockers. Haunted by people who clocked in and never clocked out. Sometimes lockers slam shut on their own like they're trying to trap someone new.
No.
And the last one, the customer service desk.
Where everyone goes to die.
Final boss. The demon lives here and feeds on complaints, returns without receipts, and the phrase, I want to speak to your manager.
That's the only desk I like.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, so I did kind of a before and after, just to kind of show them too.
Okay.
Like, so it gives you a picture, and producer daddy can, bring this, of something normal that you probably see in a store like this. So this is the musk. It just looks kind of like a canopy bed. And it describes it as...
Let me hold it, and I'll hold it. Okay.
Retreat to a private island where you can find rest you need in a nesting cloud. So it's made of night beech, beaver oak, and sycamore.
Beaver.
Okay. When I looked at that, because I went back and looked at all these pictures because I'm like that, I was like, this is more like a retreat to a pleasure chamber where every possible way to be tied up, chained up, or handcuffed is right on display. Like, that's all you could do. Yeah. Beaver oak?
I like it. I've never heard
Damn
of it.
right!
Yes.
You will get no rest here. And there will be some serious musk, because that's what it's called, in the air.
My God.
I liked that one. Now this one was a short one.
This one?
Yeah. So if you look at this one, it's called the Ingaloot. And the way it's described is a hydrotherapy bath. But you're going to get into this and you're going to drown over and over and over again. Like they literally put, it was Amy. Amy went into this one. Okay. But look at this picture. And I was like, hydrotherapy bath? Girl, you're going to bathe me in a fancy ass coffee maker? Because that's what it looks like. I'm in. Look at it.
Yep.
But some of the other ones are weird. Like, I didn't get that one at all, but give me a fancy ass coffee maker. I'm in. I'm in.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So just to kind of show you, but there's some freaky stuff in here.
That is some examples of the imagery you will get inside the book of Horrorstor. So, that's the epilogue.
Yeah. Like, it's some crazy shit going on
Crazy
here.
shit there.
Yeah.
It's, kind of like an actual catalog.
Yeah.
It's great. So that wraps up our episode of today, Horrorstör by Grady Hendrix. Baby Planet does not follow. Sorry,
No,
folks.
and it never, ever, ever
You
will.
will not get that next episode. Sorry.
You're going to be disappointed if you're waiting.
But we'll see you next week.
Bye.